If you ever serve in a combat zone, there's one rule they don't write in any manual. If something follows your patrol and your equipment says it isn't there, don't bring it back with you. We broke that rule, and by the time we realized it, it was already inside the base. We were 3 weeks into deployment somewhere in eastern Afghanistan. Dry mountains, dead silence at night, and the kind of darkness that feels heavy, like it's pressing against your eyes. Our unit had already lost 2 guys to IEDs, so nobody joked much anymore. Even the new guys learned fast. Keep your head down, trust your gear, trust your squad. That night, it was supposed to be a routine patrol. 8 of us. Standard sweep through a small valley near an abandoned village. Intel said possible insurgent movement, but nothing confirmed. We'd done the same route twice that week. Same broken mud houses. Same empty roads. Same feeling that we were being watched. I remember checking my watch, 1:37 a.m. That's when Miller stopped walking. Hold up. His voice was low, tight, the kind of tone that makes everyone freeze without asking questions. We formed up instantly. "What is it?" I whispered. He didn't answer right away, just lifted his rifle slightly and pointed into the darkness beyond the ridge. "You see that?" At first I didn't. Just shadows, rocks, nothing unusual. Then, movement. Far out, maybe 8,100 meters away. A shape. Humanoid. Standing still. Watching us. "Thermals," Sergeant Cole said. Jackson lifted his scope, adjusting it slightly. Everyone waited. A few seconds passed. Then Jackson frowned. "I got nothing." "What do you mean, nothing?" Miller snapped quietly. "Nothing," Jackson repeated. "No heat signature. It's not there." But it was. I could still see it. Barely outlined against the darkness. Too still to be a person. Too solid to be a shadow. "Could be a trick of the light," someone muttered. "No," I said before I could stop myself. They all looked at me. It moved. Silence. We kept watching. The figure didn't come closer. Didn't run. Didn't react. Just stood there. Like it was waiting. Sergeant Cole made the call. "Keep moving. Stay tight. Don't engage unless it gets closer." Nobody argued. But from that moment on, everything felt wrong. You know that instinct? That quiet voice in your head telling you something isn't right? Yeah. Every single one of us felt it. We continued down the path, boots crunching softly against dirt and gravel. And every few seconds, I glanced back. The figure was still there. Same distance. Same posture. Not following. Not leaving. Just watching. After about 10 minutes, Miller whispered, "It's keeping pace with us." My stomach dropped. He was right. No matter how far we moved, it stayed the same distance away. Like it wasn't walking. Like it didn't need to. Jackson checked thermals again. Still nothing. No heat, no movement. It's like it doesn't exist. "But we can all see it," I said. No one replied. Because that was the worst part. We all could. About 30 minutes later, we reached the turnback point. Standard procedure, loop around, head back to base. Simple. Routine. Safe. Except the moment we turned. The figure was gone. Just gone. No movement. No sound. Nothing. 1 second it was there. The next. Empty darkness. Miller scanned the ridge. Where the hell did it go? No one had an answer. Sergeant Cole raised his hand. "Eyes open. Weapons up. We move faster." And that's when things got worse. Because a few minutes into the return, we started hearing something behind us. Footsteps. Soft. Slow. Matching our pace. But when we turned, there was nothing there. Nobody spoke for the first few minutes after we heard it. You don't want to be the first one to say it out loud. Because once you do, it becomes real. Boots scraping lightly against dirt. A faint crunch of gravel. Not echo. Not imagination. Footsteps. Behind us. I tightened my grip on my rifle and tried to match the rhythm. Step, step, step. Then I slowed down. Just slightly. The sound behind me slowed too. My chest went cold. "Miller," I whispered. "I hear it." He cut in quickly, too quickly. That was all it took. Now everyone knew. Sergeant Cole raised his fist. "Stop signal." We froze instantly. 8 men. 8 rifles. Total silence. And then, nothing. The footsteps stopped too. Not faded. Not moved away. Stopped. Like whatever it was knew we were listening. Cole turned slowly. "Check rear." Jackson and I pivoted, sweeping our rifles across the darkness. Nothing. No movement. No shape. No heat signature. Jackson lifted the thermal again, scanning left to right. "Still nothing," he said, voice lower now. Lower and shakier. "Sound carries weird out here," Davis muttered. "Mountains? Wind?" "No wind," Miller snapped. He was right. Not a single breath of it. The air felt dead. Heavy. Like everything around us was holding its breath. Cole made a decision. We keep moving, faster pace. No one breaks formation. We didn't argue. We moved. This time quicker. More aggressive. Boots hitting harder. Gear rattling slightly, despite our efforts to stay quiet. And for a moment, nothing followed. No footsteps. No sound. Just our breathing and the rhythm of movement. I almost convinced myself it was over. Almost. Then Rodriguez's walking point suddenly hissed. "Stop!" We froze again. "What?" Cole whispered. Rodriguez didn't turn around. He just pointed at the ground. "Look!" We stepped closer, one by one, rifles still up. And that's when I saw them. Footprints. Fresh. Pressed deep into the dust. Boot prints. Military. Same size as ours. Same tread pattern. But there was a problem. They weren't ahead of us. They were walking toward us. From the direction we had just come from. "No," Davis whispered. "That's not possible." I crouched down, heart pounding, and touched one of the prints. Still loose. Still fresh. Made seconds ago. But we hadn't passed anyone. We would have seen them. Heard them. Something cold crawled up my spine. "Count." Cole ordered. We did. Out loud. 1, 2, 3, 8. All of us. All present. No one missing. No one extra. So whose tracks were those? Miller shook his head slowly. "They match ours." Jackson frowned. "No, not exactly." We all looked at him. "What do you mean?" I asked. He stepped closer, pointing. "These prints, they're deeper." "How?" "Like heavier." Silence again. No one wanted to say what that meant. Because there was only one explanation. Whatever made those tracks was walking like us. But it wasn't us. "Move," Cole said, sharper now. "We're heading back. Now." No more patrol. No more checking. We were done. Something was wrong. And everyone felt it. We picked up speed again. Faster this time. Almost jogging. No one cared about noise anymore. We just wanted distance. Distance from the ridge. Distance from those tracks. Distance from whatever had been following us. And for a few minutes, it worked. No sounds. No shapes. No movement. Just the base lights in the far distance. Faint, but visible. Safety. or at least what we thought was safety. Then, "Don't turn around," Miller whispered suddenly. Too late. I already had. And what I saw made my blood freeze. Because this time, it wasn't far away. It wasn't standing still. It was closer, much closer. And it wasn't just watching anymore. It was walking. I shouldn't have turned around. Even now, I wish I hadn't. Because once you see something like that, your brain doesn't let you forget it. It keeps replaying it, over and over. That thing. It was maybe 30 meters behind us now, close enough to see details. Too close. "Don't look," Miller whispered again, but his voice was already shaking. Too late for all of us. We had all seen it. It moved like a person. Same posture, same slow, steady steps. But something was wrong. Not obvious at first, just off. Like watching a video that's slightly out of sync. Its arms didn't swing naturally. Its steps were too even, too perfect. And its head. Its head was tilted just slightly to the side, like it was studying us. "Keep moving," Cole ordered. "Do not engage." No one argued. But our pace changed. We weren't walking anymore. We were almost running. Boots pounding the ground, gear clattering, discipline gone, replaced by raw instinct. Get back. Get to the base. Get away. I forced myself to look forward. But every few seconds, I couldn't help it. I glanced back again. It was still there. Still 30 meters away. Not gaining. Not falling behind. Just matching us. Exactly. Jackson raised his thermal again, breathing hard. "I swear to God, there's nothing there," he said. "It's empty." "Then what the hell are we looking at?" Davis snapped. No answer. Because none of us had one. Rodriguez suddenly spoke, voice tight. "It's copying us." "What?" I said. "Look at it." I did. And my stomach dropped. He was right. The way it walked. The way it held its shoulders. Even the slight bounce in its step. It was mimicking us. Not one of us specifically. All of us. Like it had learned how humans move, but didn't fully understand it. And it was trying. Badly. "Eyes forward!" Cole barked. But the damage was done. Now we couldn't unsee it. That thing wasn't just following. It was learning. The base lights were getting closer now. You could make out the outer fence. The watchtower. Safety. Almost there. "Keep it together," Cole said. "We're almost back." I nodded, even though he couldn't see me. Just a little more. Just a few more minutes. I risked one last glance behind me. Big mistake. Because now, it was closer. Maybe 20 meters. "How?" I started. "I know," Miller cut me off. His voice was barely controlled now. "It didn't speed up. I didn't see it move faster." "Then how was it closer?" Davis whispered. No one answered. Because we all knew the truth. It didn't need to move faster. It just appeared closer. Like distance didn't apply to it the same way. Jackson lowered his thermal slowly. "I think," he said, swallowing hard, "I think it wants us to see it." A cold silence followed that. Because that made sense. Too much sense. If it didn't want to be seen, we never would have noticed it. We reached the outer perimeter. The guards in the tower spotted us. Patrol returning. Someone radioed in. Normal. Routine. Safe. That's what it should have been. Cole raised his hand. "No one looks back," he said quietly. We all nodded. No one wanted to anyway. We approached the gate. Floodlights flicked on, washing everything in harsh white light. For a brief second, I felt relief. Light means safety. Light means visibility. Light means reality. Right? Wrong. Because as we stepped into the light, I saw something move in the corner of my eye. Not behind us. Inside the fence. I turned instinctively, and my heart stopped. There were footprints. Fresh ones. In the dust just inside the perimeter. Leading. Away from the gate. Going deeper into the base. I grabbed Miller's arm hard. "Tell me you see that." He followed my gaze and went pale. "Yeah," he whispered. "I see it." We both looked back toward the darkness outside the fence. Nothing there. No figure. No movement. Empty. Then we looked back at the footprints again. They were clear, deep, real, and heading straight into the base. Which meant only one thing. It didn't follow us in. It was already inside. For a few seconds, nobody said anything. We just stood there at the gate, staring at those footprints like our brains refused to process what we were seeing. Inside the base. That was impossible. Everything in and out was monitored. Guards, cameras, checkpoints. Nothing just walks in. "Move," Sergeant Cole said sharply, snapping us out of it. "Don't stop here." His tone had changed. Less control. More urgency. We stepped through the gate fully, boots hitting the hard-packed ground inside the perimeter. And every single one of us avoided stepping on those prints. Like they were contaminated. "Close the gate," one of the guards called. Metal slammed shut behind us. A sound that usually meant safety. This time, it felt like we had just locked something in. "Report?" the tower guard asked over the radio. Cole hesitated. Just for a second. "Routine patrol," he said finally. "Nothing to report." Every one of us heard it. And every one of us knew. That was a lie. We moved deeper into the base, formation loose now, tension thick in the air. I kept glancing down. The footprints were still there. Clear. Leading between tents, past equipment crates, toward the sleeping quarters. Each step perfectly formed. Same tread pattern. Same size. Same depth. "Heavier," Jackson muttered quietly behind me. I didn't turn. I didn't want to see his face. Because I already knew what he meant. Whatever this was. It weighed more than a human. "Count again," Cole ordered. We stopped near the barracks. 1, 2, 3, 8. Still, all of us. No one extra. No one missing. And yet, there was a 9th set of footprints. "Maybe it's from earlier," Davis said quickly. Too quickly. "Someone walked through here before us." "No," Miller replied. His voice was flat. "Certain. These are fresh." I crouched again, pressing my fingers into one of the prints. Loose dust. Edges still collapsing slightly. Seconds old. Minutes at most. "They weren't here before we came in," I said. Silence. No one argued. Because we all knew. We had just watched them appear. "Where do they go?" Rodriguez asked. We followed them with our eyes. The trail continued forward, straight toward the barracks. Our barracks. A slow, sick feeling settled in my stomach. "No," I muttered. "No way." Cole looked at all of us. "Decision time." "We follow," he said. "Are you serious?" Davis snapped. "You want us to chase that thing inside our own base? You got a better idea?" Cole shot back. "No one did. Because ignoring it wasn't an option anymore. It wasn't out there in the dark. It was here. With us." We moved again. Slower now. Careful. Weapons up. Eyes scanning every shadow, every doorway, every corner. The base suddenly felt different. Too quiet. Too still. Like something had shifted. Like we didn't belong there anymore. The footprints led us between rows of tents, past a parked Humvee, around a stack of supply crates. And then they stopped. Just stopped. Mid-path. No turn. No fade. No extra marks. The last footprint sat there in the dirt. And beyond it, nothing. Empty ground. Like whatever made them had simply vanished. "No," Jackson whispered. "That's not possible." Miller stepped forward slowly, scanning the area. "Where did it go?" No answer. No movement. Just silence. I felt it again. That pressure. That feeling of being watched. Stronger now. Closer. Not from behind us. Not from the sides. From somewhere else. I looked around. Barracks to the left. Equipment tent to the right. A narrow gap between two structures ahead. Dark. Unlit. Wrong. "Don't," I whispered to myself. But my eyes kept drifting back to that gap. Something about it pulled at me. Like it wanted attention. Like it knew I was looking. And then, movement. Fast. Just for a second. Inside the darkness between the buildings. I flinched, raising my rifle. "Did you see that?" I hissed. "See what?" Rodriguez asked. "There," I pointed. But now, nothing. Empty again. Miller stepped closer to the gap. "Probably a shadow," he said, but he didn't sound convinced. No one did. Because we all felt it. That same instinct. That same warning. Something was wrong. Very wrong. "Enough," Cole said. "We report this, now." Relief hit me instantly. Yes. Report it. Let command deal with it. Get lights, cameras, backup. Something normal. Something real. We turned away from the gap. Started heading toward the command tent. And that's when it happened. Behind us. A voice. Quiet. Almost perfect. "Wait up." We all froze. Because that voice, it sounded exactly like Miller. No one moved. Not a step. Not a breath. That voice. It was Miller. Same tone. Same accent. Same casual way he always spoke. "Wait up." But Miller was right next to me. I could hear his breathing. See him. Feel the tension radiating off him. Slowly, painfully slowly, we all turned around. Nothing there. Empty path. Still air. No movement. "Okay," Davis whispered. "Nope, I'm done. I'm actually done." "Shut up," Cole snapped, but his voice wasn't steady anymore. Miller spoke next. Quiet. Controlled. But I could hear it underneath. Fear. That wasn't me. We all knew. We had heard it. From behind us. Perfect. Too perfect. "Move," Cole said quickly. "Command tent, now." We didn't argue. We didn't question. We just moved. Faster this time. Almost jogging again. The base that once felt like safety now felt like a maze. Every shadow stretched too long. Every corner felt like something was waiting behind it. And every sound, every tiny noise, made my heart slam harder against my ribs. Halfway to the command tent, it spoke again. Closer this time. Right behind us. "Hey, wait." Same voice. Miller's voice. But slightly off. Like a recording played at the wrong speed. A fraction too slow. A fraction too hollow. "Do not turn around," Cole ordered immediately. No matter what you hear, do not turn. We obeyed. No one wanted to look. No one wanted to confirm it, because if we saw it, that would make it real in a way we couldn't undo. Footsteps started again. Behind us. Louder now. Closer. Not matching our pace anymore. Gaining. I clenched my jaw, forcing myself to keep moving forward. Don't run. Don't break formation. Don't panic. But every instinct screamed at me to sprint. To get away. To not let it get close. Then, another voice. Different. Guys, stop. Rodriguez. We all heard it. Right behind us. Perfect imitation. Same tone. Same slight rasp in his throat. Rodriguez, who was currently in front of me. Rodriguez, who froze the moment we heard it. That's not me, he said immediately. Too fast. Too scared. It's copying us, Jackson whispered. No, Miller said. It's learning us. That was worse. So much worse. Almost there, Cole said. Keep moving. The command tent was just ahead now. Lights spilling out from inside. Voices. Normal voices. Real voices. We were seconds away. Just a few more steps. Then it changed. The voice. No longer Miller. No longer Rodriguez. Something else. Something wrong. Don't leave me. It wasn't one of us. Not exactly. But it was close enough to feel familiar. Like a memory you couldn't fully place. Like someone you should recognize. My stomach twisted. Because part of me wanted to turn around. Wanted to help. Wanted to answer. And that terrified me more than anything else. Keep walking, Cole shouted now. No more calm. No more control. Do not listen to it. We pushed forward. Almost at the tent. Almost safe. Then, running. Heavy footsteps. Right behind us. Fast. Too fast. I couldn't stop myself. I turned. Just for a second. And I saw it. Closer than ever before. Maybe 10 meters away. Its shape was clearer now. Too clear. It looked like one of us. Same uniform. Same gear. Same build. But its face was wrong. Not distorted. Not monstrous. Just unfinished. Like it hadn't decided who to be yet. And its eyes locked on me, smiling. I snapped my head forward again, heart hammering so hard I thought I'd pass out. It's right there, I shouted. I know, Miller yelled back. We reached the command tent. Cole ripped the flap open. Inside, now! We rushed in, one by one. 8 of us. All accounted for. The flap slammed shut behind us. Voices inside the tent went silent as everyone stared at us. What the hell happened to you guys? Someone asked. Cole didn't answer. Not immediately. He just stood there, breathing hard. Then, finally, lock this place down, he said. Right now. For a moment. Everything felt normal again. Lights. People. Reality. Safe. We made it. We were inside. Together. Alive. Then Jackson spoke. Quiet. Shaking. Guys? We all looked at him. Slowly. Reluctantly. He was staring at the entrance flap. At the ground. At something just inside the tent. I followed his gaze. And my blood turned to ice. Because in the dust, there were fresh footprints leading into the tent. And we hadn't been the first ones inside. No one spoke. Not at first. Because there are moments when your brain just refuses to process reality. This was one of them. 8 of us had just rushed into the command tent. 8. I counted. I know I counted. But the footprints on the ground told a different story. There were more. Fresh. Deep. Clear. Leading from the entrance. Further inside. "Close it," Cole said quietly. Someone zipped the entrance flap tighter. Too tight. Like that thin layer of fabric was supposed to keep something out. Or in. "Who came in before us?" Cole asked, scanning the room. The officers inside looked confused. "What are you talking about?" one of them replied. "No one's come in for the last 10 minutes. Cole pointed to the ground. "Then explain that." They followed his finger. And their expressions changed. Confusion to concern. Concern to something worse. Because those prints were impossible to ignore. I crouched again, even though I didn't want to. Didn't want to be close to them. Didn't want to touch them. But I needed to know. I pressed my fingers into the dirt. Still loose. Still shifting. Seconds old. "It's here," I whispered. I didn't mean to say it out loud, but everyone heard me. "No," one of the officers said quickly. "No, that's not." "Count." Miller cut him off. "We did." Again. 1, 2, 3, 8. All of us. Still, no one extra. No one missing. "So where is it?" Davis asked. No one answered. Because the answer was obvious. It was here. Somewhere inside this tent. And we couldn't see it. "Check corners," Cole ordered. We spread out slowly. Rifles up. Eyes scanning everything. Tables. Maps. Equipment. Every shadow. Every inch. But there was nothing. No movement. No shape. No heat signature. Jackson lifted the thermal again. His hands were shaking now. "I got nothing," he said. "It's like before. It's not there." "But it is," I said quietly. Because the footprints didn't lie. The trail continued across the tent floor. Step by step. Toward the back wall. Toward a row of equipment cases. Then, they stopped. Again. Just like outside. Mid-step. No exit. No turn. Nothing. "It doesn't need to move like we do," Miller said slowly. Everyone looked at him. "What do you mean?" Rodriguez asked. Miller didn't answer right away. He just stared at the last footprint. Then, "I think it's already where it wants to be." A cold silence filled the tent. "Enough," one of the officers said. "This is stress, fatigue. You've been out too long." "No," Cole cut in sharply. "This isn't stress." His voice carried weight, authority, and something else. Fear. "We saw it," he continued. "We heard it. It followed us. It copied us." The officer hesitated. Just for a second. Then, "Everyone stays here," he said. "No one leaves until we figure this out." Bad idea. I felt it instantly. Staying in one place felt wrong. Like we were doing exactly what it wanted. Minutes passed. No one moved much. No one spoke much. Just quiet whispers. Nervous glances. Weapons never lowered. I could hear my own heartbeat in my ears. Too loud. Too fast. Then, a sound. Soft. Right behind me. Breathing. I froze. Slow. Controlled. Not mine. Not anyone near me. Right at my back. Close. Too close. "Don't move," I whispered. But I didn't know who I was saying it to. Myself. Or the others. "Do you hear that?" I asked quietly. No one answered, which meant they didn't. It was just me. The breathing got closer, slower, like something leaning in, listening, learning. Then, a whisper, right next to my ear. Perfect, clear, my own voice. Don't turn around. I felt my body lock up completely, every muscle frozen, every instinct screaming. Across the tent, Miller suddenly shouted, "Get away from him!" Too late, because something touched my shoulder. Light, gentle, almost human. And in that moment, I realized the worst part. It wasn't just copying us anymore. It had chosen one of us. The moment it touched my shoulder, everything inside me went cold. Not fear, not panic, something deeper. Like my body suddenly understood a truth my mind couldn't accept yet. It was behind me, close enough to touch, close enough to be me. "Don't move," Miller shouted again. I wasn't planning to. I couldn't. My muscles felt locked in place, like if I even twitched, something worse would happen. Something final. "Step forward," Cole ordered. Slow, careful, controlled. I tried. One foot, then the other. The hand on my shoulder stayed there. Light pressure. Not stopping me, not pushing me, just there. "It's still on you," Jackson said, voice shaking. "I know," I whispered. I could feel it. The weight. The shape. 5 fingers. Exactly like a human hand. Exactly like my hand would feel on someone else. "Thermals," Cole said. Jackson raised the scope, aiming directly at me. Silence. Then, nothing. My stomach dropped. Of course. It wouldn't show up. It never did. "Okay," Cole said, forcing calm into his voice. "We do this slow. You keep moving forward. It stays where it is." "What if it doesn't?" Davis asked. No one answered. I took another step. Then another. The hand slid slightly, adjusting, staying in place on my shoulder. Matching me, like it was attached. "It's not just touching you," Miller said. "It's aligned with you." "What does that mean?" I asked. But deep down, I already knew. "Turn your head," Cole said. "Just a little, not all the way." My throat went dry. "Are you sure?" "No," he said honestly, "but we need to see it." Slowly, carefully, I began to turn my head. Just enough to catch something in my peripheral vision. At first, nothing. Then, a shape, right behind me. So close it blurred, like looking at something your eyes refused to focus on. But I could see parts of it. A shoulder, an arm, a silhouette, perfectly matching mine. "Oh, God," Jackson whispered. "What?" I asked. But no one answered. "Tell me," I said louder. Miller stepped closer, eyes locked on whatever was behind me. His face had gone pale. "It's you," he said. My heart skipped. "What?" "It looks like you," he continued. "Same gear, same size." He hesitated. "Same face." "No," I said immediately. "No, that's not possible." But the thing behind me shifted slightly, and I felt it. Every movement mirrored. "Move your arm," Cole said. I hesitated, then slowly raised my left arm. A second later, I felt something move behind me. Same motion, same speed, same position. "It's copying him exactly," Rodriguez said. "Not copying," Miller replied quietly. It's sinking. That word hit differently. Sinking. Not learning. Not imitating. Becoming. Okay, Cole said, thinking fast. We break the connection. How? Davis asked. Cole didn't answer right away. Then, on my count, he said, you step forward fast, we grab it. Grab it? Jackson snapped. You can't even see it on thermal. We can see it now, Cole said. That's enough. I swallowed hard. This was a terrible plan. But standing here, letting it stay attached to me, felt worse. Ready? Cole asked. No one said yes. But no one refused either. 3, 2, 1, move! I lunged forward. Fast. Breaking into a run for a split second. And instantly, the hand slipped off my shoulder. Gone. Now! Cole shouted. Miller and Rodriguez rushed forward, grabbing at the air behind me. For a moment, nothing. Then, they both reacted at the same time, like they had hit something. I got it, Miller yelled. No, wait, Rodriguez said. And then both of them were thrown back. Hard, slamming into the ground. The tent lights flickered. Once, twice, then steadied. Silence. Heavy. Unnatural. I turned around fully now, breathing hard. Heart racing. Where is it? I asked. No one answered. Miller slowly sat up, eyes wide. It's not behind you anymore, he said. Then where? I stopped, because something felt wrong. Different. Inside. Jackson was staring at me again. Not behind me. Not around me. At me. What? I asked. He didn't respond. Didn't blink. Didn't move. Jackson, I said. Still nothing. Then he whispered, It didn't let go. It didn't let go. Those words didn't make sense at first. They just hung in the air, heavy, wrong. What are you talking about? I asked. Jackson didn't answer right away. He just kept staring at me. Not at my shoulder. Not behind me. At my face. Like he was trying to see something that shouldn't be there. Miller, Cole said, Do you see anything? Miller pushed himself up, breathing hard from the impact. He looked at me. Really looked. Then his expression shifted. Confusion to fear. Yeah, he said quietly. I see it. My chest tightened. See what? No one wanted to say it. I could tell. But that silence was worse than anything. Say it. I snapped. It's overlapping you, Rodriguez said finally. Like it's standing where you're standing. That doesn't make sense, I said. It doesn't have to, Miller replied. I looked down at my hands. They were shaking. Normal. Everything looked normal. So why were they looking at me like that? Thermals, Cole said again. Jackson lifted the scope, aiming directly at my chest. Seconds passed. Then, nothing. Of course. Still nothing. But we can see it, Miller insisted. Not all of it, just parts. What parts? I asked. He hesitated. Then, your face, he said. My stomach dropped. What about it? Miller swallowed. Sometimes it doesn't match. A cold wave ran through me. I slowly raised my hand to my face. Touched it. Same skin. Same shape. Same everything. Feels normal, I said. Yeah, Jackson whispered. That's the problem. Okay, Cole said, stepping in. We isolate him. What? I snapped. Just until we understand what this is, he said. We're not taking risks. I'm not infected, I said. You don't know that, Davis shot back. That hit harder than anything else. Not the thing. Not the voice. Not the touch. That. Because for the first time, I saw it in their eyes. Doubt. I'm still me, I said. No one replied. Say something only you would know, Rodriguez suggested. I frowned. What? Something personal, he said. Something we can verify. I hesitated. Then, my sister's name is Alina, I said. She hates thunderstorms. Calls me every time one hits. Miller nodded slowly. That's true. Relief. For a second. Just a second. Then Jackson spoke again. Quiet. Careful. That's exactly what it would say. The relief vanished, instantly. Replaced by something worse. Because he was right. If it was copying me, it would know that too. Enough, Cole said. We don't have time for this. He looked at me directly. Step away from the group. My heart started pounding again. You're serious? Yes. I didn't move. Didn't want to. Didn't think I should. But every rifle in the room shifted slightly. Not aimed. Not fully. But ready. Slowly. I stepped back. One step. Then another. Creating distance. Space. Separation. And that's when it happened. A flicker. Not in the lights. In me. For just a split second, I felt it. Like something inside my body moved. Not pain. Not pressure. Just a shift. I gasped. What was that? I said. No one answered. Because they had all seen it. Your face, Miller whispered. It. He couldn't finish. What about it? I shouted. Jackson raised his shaking hand, pointing at me. At first, it was just you, he said. But now, he swallowed hard. Now there are two expressions. Silence. Total. Crushing. Silence. I slowly reached for the metal surface of a nearby equipment case, used it like a mirror, turned my head slightly, and looked. At first, nothing. Just me. My face. My eyes. My fear. Then, it moved. Not me. Something else. A second expression. Barely visible. Overlaying mine. Smiling. And I wasn't smiling. I stumbled back. No, 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 no. My voice cracked. My hands shook. This isn't real. Don't lose it, Cole barked. Stay focused. But I couldn't, because now I felt it clearly. Not just on my shoulder. Not just behind me. Inside. A thought entered my head. Not mine. Calm. Cold. Curious. This is how you move. I froze. Because I hadn't thought that. And then, another one. Closer. Stronger. This is how you speak. I looked up at the others. Tried to say something. Anything. But for a split second, my mouth moved before I chose the words. And the thing inside me whispered, Now I understand. Now I understand. I heard the words come out of my mouth, but I hadn't decided to say them. That was the moment everything broke. Nope, Davis said immediately, raising his rifle. Nope, I'm done. That's not him. Stand down, Cole barked. But even his voice wasn't steady anymore. Because we all heard it. That wasn't just me. There were two tones layered together. Mine and something else. Something colder. I'm still me, I said quickly. Or at least, I tried to. The words came out right, but they didn't feel right, like someone else was helping me form them, adjusting them, perfecting them. "It's using you," Jackson whispered. "No," Miller said. His eyes locked onto mine. "It's becoming him." That word again. Becoming. Not copying. Not mimicking. Replacing. "I'm right here," I snapped. "You think I don't know what's happening to me?" For a second, that sounded like me. Real. Desperate. Human. Then something shifted again. Inside. A thought. Not mine. "Too loud. They don't trust you. Fix that." My breathing slowed. Automatically. I didn't decide to calm down. It just happened. "I'm okay," I said. Too calmly. Way too calmly. Miller took a step back. "Yeah, that's worse." I said I'm okay, I repeated. And this time, I felt it. That second presence pushing harder, shaping the words, smoothing them, making them sound right. Cole made the call. "Drop your weapon." My head snapped up. "What?" "Drop it," he repeated. "Now." For a split second, I didn't want to. Not out of fear. Not out of defiance. Because something inside me resisted. "Keep it. You might need it." I clenched my jaw. "No." Every rifle in the tent came up. Fully aimed now. Safety off. "Last warning," Cole said. I looked around. At all of them. My team. My friends. People I trusted. People who now looked at me like I wasn't one of them anymore. And maybe they were right. My hand tightened on my rifle. Then, slowly, I let it go. It hit the ground with a dull thud. "There," I said. Happy. But even as I spoke, I felt it again. That shift. Stronger this time. Like something settling into place. "Good. Now we stay." "No," I whispered under my breath. "What did you say?" Rodriguez asked. I said no, I repeated. Louder this time. Fighting for control. My hands started shaking again. But not from fear. From resistance. "It's pushing," I said. "Inside my head, it's—" My voice cut off. Mid-sentence. Because my mouth moved again. Without permission. "It's fine," I said. Calm. Too calm. Wrong. "That's not him," Davis shouted. "Get him restrained," Cole ordered. Miller and Rodriguez moved in carefully. Slow. Like approaching a wild animal. "I won't fight," I said. And that part was true. At least, I think it was. They grabbed my arms. Forced me down onto my knees. Zip ties tightened around my wrists. Hard. Too tight. "It's for your own good," Miller said. I looked up at him. Tried to focus. Tried to stay present. "Don't let it win," I said quietly. "Whatever happens, don't let it." The words twisted. "Leave." I froze. Because I hadn't meant to say that. Miller stepped back immediately. "What did you just say?" "I didn't." But it was already happening again. Stronger. Faster. My head tilted slightly. Not by choice. "They are afraid." My lips moved. "They are afraid," I repeated. Jackson backed away. Oh God, it's talking through him now. "No," I said. But even that felt wrong. Weak. Distant. Because something else was rising. Pushing me down. Taking more space. More control. We are inside. I tried to scream. Tried to fight. tried to say anything, but the voice came out smooth, clear, confident. "We are inside." Silence filled the tent. No one moved. No one breathed. Cole slowly raised his weapon, aimed directly at my head. "Last chance," he said. "I don't know what you are, but you're not him anymore." For a second, just a second, I felt control slip completely, like falling, like drowning. Then, clarity. A final moment. A final thought. Mine. "Do it," I whispered. But the thing inside me smiled and spoke louder, stronger, final. Now, silence. Heavy, crushing, endless. I sat there on my knees, zip ties tight on my wrists, feeling every muscle in my body screaming to move. But nothing moved. My head ached, my vision blurred, and the presence inside me, it didn't stop. It waited, patient, confident. Cole's weapon stayed trained on me. Everyone around me was frozen, like we were all waiting for the same impossible outcome. No one dared breathe. No one dared blink. "Then," Jackson whispered, almost too softly to hear, "It's gone." I looked at him. He shook his head. "It's gone. Not out there, not behind you, not in you anymore." I wanted to believe him. I needed to. My own voice came out shaky. "Really?" Miller stepped forward cautiously, still scanning me. "We'll know soon. Don't move. Don't do anything." The tent lights flickered overhead. My chest rose and fell like I'd just run miles, even though I hadn't. My mind raced. Had it really left? Or was it still inside me, hiding, patient, learning? Command arrived soon after. Reports were filed. Cameras checked. No intruder found. No extra personnel recorded entering the base. Nothing explained the footprints. Nothing explained the voice. Nothing explained the way it had mirrored me, my expressions, my thoughts. Everyone tried to act normal afterward. Everyone except me. I couldn't stop noticing little things. My reflection in the glass, shadows moving in ways I hadn't moved, my own voice sounding slightly off when I spoke. I could feel it lingering, like a faint echo of someone else in my chest. Sleep didn't come that night, nor the next, nor the week after. I kept waking, heart pounding, convinced I'd hear the whispers again. The thing, whatever it was, had followed, learned, adapted, and part of me knew it hadn't truly left. We returned to patrols, tried to resume normal operations. But the trust was gone. Every glance at a shadow, every reflection in a window, every whisper of wind felt like it could be it. Waiting, watching, learning. And deep down, I understood a truth I could never ignore. It didn't just follow. It didn't just copy. It didn't just imitate. It was patient. It was inside me now. And someday it would finish learning. The darkness never really left. It just waits for the next step. End of Night Patrol. Something Followed US.